Hey everybody, welcome back to Timberborn 1.0. The drought is finally here. As you can see, the riverbed has dried up, and so the farmers will be out of work for a while, as well as the water pumpers. So this is the perfect time to start work on that new dam we wanted to build. So let's start by placing a bridge. We'll place 3 platforms right next to each other to allow the beavers to cross. Let's not forget to place a path. Whenever you place platforms like this, you have to place a path on them, because it creates these cute little railings and the beavers won't fall into the river. So let's place it like this. And on the other side, we'll have some stairs leading up. We'll place a platform over here because this is too high. And there we have it. So this is going to allow our beavers to go onto the other side of the river. And we'll also be able to construct that levee that we wanted to put on the other side of the water wheel to increase the water pressure in the wheel itself. Now, once the dam is built, there will be increased flow of water, and so the output of the water wheel will already be higher. But adding a levee on the other side is just going to add to that. Now, unfortunately, the platforms that we have placed down in the riverbed require planks to be built, and we are out of planks. We only have 1 left, and we need current to run the lumber mill that generates those planks. So the project will have to wait until the end of the drought. That's okay, because we'll use that time to increase the amount of trees that we are planting. I'd like to have some more. Probably this entire area is going to be planted with pines, and maybe also the other side for now. So let's go ahead and plant those. And we might be out of planks, but we're definitely not out of lumber. We have 60 logs, so we could build some more homes because, as you can see, we have no more free beds, which means no new babies. So let's build some housing, and I think I'm going to use this opportunity to show you guys the vertical aspect of the game. I told you last episode that we could build vertically, and that's exactly what we're going to do here. We'll plop some houses down on top of these, and you'll be able to see firsthand how that works. So let's go into the housing, select our houses, and we simply place them on top of the existing ones. Now, you do need to make sure that they are connected, and so we're going to need either stairs or platforms. We could build a row of platforms and make some kind of a catwalk with 1 stair at the end that allows them to go up top. Or we could simply build some stairs directly, 1 staircase to each door. I think I like the platform option better. I think that's going to look tidier. So let's do that. We'll place down the path as well on top. And 1 set of stairs right here. And while we're here, we'll also tell this lumberjack to cut down all the trees, because we forgot some last time. So let's add these ones to it, because I think we're going to be out of trees pretty soon. You can never have too many trees. Let's also select these ones for cutting. There we go. That should be better. And the drought is already over. As you can see, water has started gushing out from the water source. And as soon as that water touches the ground, everything around it becomes lush and green again. And as that water makes its way downstream, our water wheel will start generating some more power. That lumber mill will come back online, and we'll start getting some more planks. We ended up losing some carrots, but the farmers are already hard at work planting some new seedlings, and it did not affect our stores of food at all. We did go through some of the water, but that's okay. We've already put someone back in the building, in the water pumping building, to fill the water back up again. And I've also placed some more trees in the back here, because I really think this is not going to be enough trees. We're going to need a lot. And at some point, we also want a second lumber mill to be working in conjunction with this one, because we're going to be needing more and more planks. We're not going to have enough with only 1 lumber mill. In fact, I think we're going to place that down right away because I'd like to start construction on the dam as soon as possible, and we're going to need a lot of planks for the dam. So let's place the other lumber mill right in front of this one. Let's turn it around, nice and symmetrical. Now, once it is complete, it will not be connected to the power grid. Now, we could either bring the power shafts around from the first building to the second one to connect it, but our plan since the very beginning was to have 2 power wheels going in conjunction. So let's use this opportunity to build a second power wheel in front and connect it directly to the second lumber mill. And the second water wheel and lumber mill are now online. Unfortunately, we have burned through all of our logs, or practically all of our logs, because these water wheels are quite costly. They cost 50 logs each to produce. And our pines have not reached maturity yet. I thought they would be further along than they actually are. Turns out they're only about halfway. So we're going to have to look for another source of trees in the meantime, and we have some just up above us over there. So let's build some staircases to go up to these levels here to be able to chop down those trees. And the path is all set down, the stairs are also there, the blueprints are there, and on paper that was a good plan. However, the stairs, as you can see, cost 1 log each and some planks, which we don't have. So I think we'll have no other choice but to just wait for our pines to grow. And I mean, once they come in though, we'll have a heck of a lot of wood. That's going to be great. And we'll be able to build those stairs to get some more wood up top. But for now, I think the construction projects are going to be at a standstill. So let's speed up time a bit and let those pines grow. Good news, the beavers have finished the construction on the staircase leading up to the houses on the second level. And so we can now have a bunch of babies. We have 9 free beds. So that's going to be a lot of new beavers to help with our construction efforts. And the pine trees are now ready to harvest. Most of them are getting close, and many of them have also already reached adulthood. So we're going to start getting a big influx of lumber, and it was about time because everything was at a standstill because of the lack of lumber. Pine trees are good in that they only take 12 days. For us that was long because we were waiting on it, but it's not that long compared to other trees. And now that our stockpiles of planks and logs are growing, we could start thinking about placing down the blueprint for the dam. So as it stands right now, if we were to place a floodgate at the mouth of the river here, you can see it's gonna affect a 2-block height of water. Now, that's great, but that means that the water wouldn't overflow out of the river at the top. This is where it would stop, but we want it to go past that. So what we're going to do is place some levees at the bottom and then place the floodgates on top. And so that's going to allow water to overflow on top of the river and start filling up the reservoir. So let's start by plopping down the levees. We're going to do it on this level, and we're also going to try and keep some space open on the side so that there is some current, so that we can keep our lumber mills running while we work on these. So let's place these down, and the 4th one will wait a bit, and we'll place it after these are done and the floodgates are installed. Now for the beavers to reach these, we're going to need to place a platform in the water, like so. And let's not forget to place a path on top of all of these. There we go. So this is going to be the first step of construction, and I'll see you as soon as they are done with this. And the beavers have finished the first set of levees. One very cool thing about Timberborn is that you could see as you build your levees and your dams and your floodgates and all of those things, you can actively see it affecting the waterways. And that's really interesting. Timberborn has some great water for a city builder. Timberborn has some really cool water physics. So now that the floor of the dam is constructed, let's go ahead and place our floodgates. I think 2 floodgates in the middle of it will be enough. So let's start by placing the first one. We'll let the beavers construct that, and once they're done with it, we'll be able to remove the path on the levee next to it so that they could then construct on top of that one the second floodgate. If you are enjoying the episode, please leave a like and consider subscribing so you don't miss the next episodes, and it really does help the channel out. Now, I just noticed that our lumber mill worker over here isn't doing much. He's just waiting around, and the reason for that is because we forgot to build some plank storage. We have raw lumber storage, but we also need some plank storage. So let's fix that right away. Now, I wouldn't mind having it right next to the log storage, as that would help centralize the construction materials. So let's first off remove the young birch trees that I planted over here. I put some all over the place, and as we expand and need more areas for our industries, we'll just remove the trees that we don't need, like we're doing right now. So let's go ahead and demolish. Mark resources for demolition. Let's remove these. They should remove them rather quickly, and then we'll be able to place down a plank storage. As that was going on, though, the workers finished construction on the first floodgate, and this dam is taking shape slowly but surely. So let's go ahead and remove the second path next to it, and let's duplicate this building and place it right there. One cool thing about floodgates in Timberborn is that when you control one, you can control all the other ones that are adjacent to it. You could synchronize basically the level, the height of it, because that's the whole purpose of the floodgate, right? Is to adjust the height. So if you need just a little bit of water, you could raise it all the way to the top and just open it a bit. And if you want more current, you want more water flow, you could just lower that as low as it could go, and you'll have maximum water flow. And that's going to synchronize with the other one on the left of it. The birch trees are now gone, so let's place down the storage. Let's duplicate this one and place it right next to it. Let's not forget to set what item we want. We do not want timber, we want planks. And once that is done, we should see our little beaver, Talus, going back to work instead of just waiting by the door. And indeed, the wheel is now spinning. The building is producing planks. And as you can see in the back there, workers have finished the second floodgate. So now let's remove the last path. And we'll build a levee on the side of it, right here. We'll need to place 2 actually, one on top of the other. And we'll also go ahead and place some platforms so that they could get to the other side. Let's place down some paths again. And we'll do the same thing on the right side. We'll place 2 levees. We'll actually need 3 because now we're finishing blocking off the river completely on the bottom. So there we go. This is what it's going to look like once it's done, and that should be good. Now, unfortunately, the next drought is already on its way. It's going to be here in less than 3 days, so I doubt... Well, I mean, they won't have time to finish construction on the dam and wait for the dam to fill up. So we won't get to see it for the next drought, but the one after that, though... by the time that hits, the whole reservoir here is going to be filled up with water, and that should last us quite a while. And now that we've got a nice population of beavers going, we've got 14 adults and 6 kits, I think it's time to start building some more logistics buildings. Here is the hauling post. This is an important one because it basically creates a new worker that is going to go around town, collect all the resources from various buildings, such as the lumber mill, and then bring those things to where they need to be. either at the storage or on a construction site. So let's go ahead and build one of those. And I think it's time we thought of our beavers again. The only building in town that we have for them is that little campfire we built in the very first episode. So let's use a little bit of those science points we have, and let's unlock a well-being building for them. We already have the campfire, the rooftop terrace, which we haven't built. We might build one of those as well. That's a cool little building. We have the tooth grindstone, and let's unlock the showers. The showers are going to give them a bonus because the beavers like it when their fur is wet. So they could use these showers every day to get their fur wet and increase their happiness bonus. So let's place these down. I think 3 is going to be good for now. So let's go 1, 2, 3. And let's place down the path. We'll also remove these little berry bushes here because I'd like it. It annoys me that it has to turn twice the path. I want it to go straight down from the houses and only turn once. So let's remove those bushes. We have to mark them for demolition. Let's remove them all. Might as well. We're not going to be using them. And on top of one of these buildings, we'll place down that rooftop terrace I was telling you about. We'll place down a platform in front of the entrance, with stairs on this side, and a pretty little path going here. There we go. So basically the rooftop terrace is exactly the same thing as the campfire. It's a place for the beavers to go at the end of a hard day's work and get to know one another. The bottom of the dam is completely closed off now. The beavers have finished the levee on the bottom floor, and as you can see behind here, the river is overflowing and is starting to slowly fill up our reservoir. So that's great news. The drought is going to be here in less than a day, so I doubt it's going to have time to fill up that much, but it's still nice to see that they've worked fast enough to get some more water reserves before the second drought hits. Right now it's spilling over at the second level because the second levee, the second one is complete. It's just the third one that's missing, but as soon as this one is done, and I think you'll see it right now, maybe. No, there's still one more log missing. But as soon as that one is done, the water will stop spilling in and will fill up even faster. And it just started flowing just as the drought is about to hit. But you could basically see it in action. We'll also remove those platforms just to make it prettier looking. But yeah, this is what it's going to look like. And basically the whole point of this is to have more water built up so that we could let some trickle out, avoiding the loss of our crops every time a drought hits. So these carrots, for example, have a 2-day drought resistance. So we could let 1 day pass without water as this is dried up, and then let a little bit of water out from the reservoir to come back, irrigate this again, and use that cycle to keep the crops alive during the longer droughts. Because right now we've had short droughts. We've only had one, and this one is also not going to be that long, I would imagine. But they could get pretty brutal. And let's see how long this one is going to be for. So 3 days, one more day than the other one. So that's really not so bad. With our current stores of water and food, I think that's enough. But like I said, it's just nice to not have the crops die every time. And that will wrap things up for today. If you enjoyed the episode, please leave a like, and be sure to leave some comments and tell me what exactly I could be doing to be a bit more efficient. I am super inexperienced at this game, and I know some of you have crazy amounts of experience with it, and I know there's some really cool stuff you could build in here. So let me know down in the comments what you guys would like to see, and I'll try and make it happen. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.